Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my Steve's Carts tutorial. In this episode we're going to cover the basics for hulls, just the basic construction of them. So let's get started. For the first one you're going to need for the standard hull, which is it's a decent hull. It'll get you started, it'll get you going. It's really cheap to make. You can make a bunch of them. So that's all you're going to need for that. And again with the wheels, same pattern, just with a piece of iron in the middle. Same pattern for the hull. Throw your wheels down and run it through the cart assembler, and there you go. And then the second one is the reinforced hull. This one's kind of expensive, but I end up using this one a little bit more than I use any other hull in here, just because of the amount that it takes to get it, and what you can do with it. It's worth it, at least so far. But you start with the raw hardener, and then you cook the raw hardener, and then you're gonna have to make some iron bars. You take the iron bars and the refined hardener that you cook the raw hardener out of, and you combine that together to get your hardened mesh. Come down over here and to make your stabilized metal. This is your pattern, kind of like the hull, and then 2 pieces of each. And then you cook that. You're going to want to cook that down into the reinforced metal and make your wheels with that. You start making your wheels. It's the same pattern, just this time you're switching out the sticks for pieces of iron. And then it's the same pattern for the hull. And that's what it looks like. Oh, and that's what it looks like finished. And then the most expensive one, which I didn't include the making, as you can see here, it needs a couple pieces of this. I didn't put this in the line, but of course you'll have to make some. You may even have some left over, depending on how much you made. But you just start with the eye ender, pretty much a basic thing, and then you're going to take the eye ender over here to make the eye of Galgador, which is relatively cheap if you think about it to make that. And then this is where it gets a little expensive. Oh, let's get that out of there. You're only going to need 4 blocks of diamond. Don't get worried about that. That was just a leftover. We'll get rid of that. And then this is how you make the lump of Galgador. A couple of these. So you just have to go out and kill some Endermen, and by this stage of the game, after the reinforced hull's been running for a while, you should have quite a bit of diamonds built up to be able to pull this off. And then of course glowstone dust. And you just cook that like you did the stabilized metal, and that'll cook up into Galgadorian metal. And then with the Galgadorian metal, you just start making your material from there. You don't have to refine it again. And this time we're using reinforced metal for the outer part of the wheels, and then a lump of this, or a piece of this in the middle. And same with the cart, same pattern. And there you go. There is one, or excuse me, there's actually 2. But one of them is the creative hull, and that's just for creative mode only. But another one that you can make, but I didn't include it in here because it was kind of it wasn't originally included in the mod, but it's the mechanical pig. It doesn't really have that high of a complexity or anything, but it's just some iron wheels and some raw pork chop, and you've got a mechanical pig. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.